hit the guys behind cover there. Maybe slightly out of range now between the Vickers squad, so he has to jump out and probably flank again. Got to be very careful there with that flamethrower.
But Brosras has to bring his own flamethrower to push back the Grenadiers in the neighboring building. Now the other Grenadier squad has to pull back for protection from the MG42.
Meanwhile, big counter-attack on the left-hand side. VonIvan has pushed back with his OKW force and regained control of the fuel point. However, he has been cut off by Brosras.
Meaning it won't even matter if he takes that. Can't get those resources if you're cut off. Alright, and the Vickers are now in, pushing back the MG42. And fortunately a Pioneer squad there, but it's not even close to getting an upgrade.
Here we have the little Bren gun flamethrower carrier coming on in.
Honestly, he doesn't even need it. The Brits have control.
Yep, he doesn't. Yeah, I mean, it's still a great unit to have, especially on this right-hand side. But at the moment, you know, he's done well to hold his ground here and push them back. Meanwhile, we've got VonIvan pushing in the mid, pushing back some flamethrower engineers.
Yep, and now the Universal Carrier decides, I'll take those guys on. And it's perfect.
Yep.
As long as he keeps the range, should be able to have a good time burning him up.
VonIvan's not paying attention. Volk squad's getting roasted. A bit of a late retreat here. Might get wiped here. Infantry section's on the retreat path as well. Flames are doing a lot of damage.
Very close.
Of Von's poor retreat. He's going to get away just in the nick of time there.
Just barely with a like small section of health. Meanwhile, while that's going on, the Grenadiers are making another counterattack on the right. Slowly trying to figure out how to get around this MG. Oh,
yep,
five-man squads.
Yep, 5-man squads just been built. Tech there for Artavick. And a big conscript blob on the left-hand side is pushing back VonIvan from grabbing that fuel point. We do see mechanized in the base just about being completed, and we have medics also going up for BaoLiang in his base.
Yes, on the right we have a flamethrower squad by BaoLiang pushing forward with those Pioneers, and the Universal Carrier countering back with a flamethrower of his own. So very close!
Still going down here. Infantry section's going to get,
yes!
And we do see the first wipe. BaoLiang loses his flamethrower Pioneer squad on the right side of the map there.
That's critical. That was his main way of getting the British out of those buildings.
Nice use of attack ground there from the flamethrower Bren gun carrier to try and burn away that Pioneer. So the mortar squad there on behind the wall.
Because as all military tacticians know, a flamethrower can go through walls and hit enemy opponents.
Yep.
Alright, on left we have a nice sizable blob. 3 Volks and a Sturm trying to push back for that fuel.
Lobbing incendiary grenade in there, that's going to instantly force those conscripts back to base. So that's a good use of 30 munitions there just to make sure those, you know, pulling back those conscripts and gain control of the VP and the fuel point.
Absolutely. And it doesn't look like there's too much to counter, so he should be able to hold on to that for a little bit.
15 fuel away from getting the Panzer II out. T-70. No, he's not going for T-70. He's going for the M5. Probably going for the quad mount here.
Oh, yes. We saw that be incredibly effective yesterday with its anti-infantry tactics. So let's see if they can bring it up and do it again today.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Flamethrower and Universal Carrier burning the Volk squads away from that capture point. There's keeping around just enough to capture it, but being forced back.
Oh, nice use of smoke on the right-hand side for the artillery officer. Artillery officer smoke is actually free for those who didn't know it, so he's allowed to capture that fuel point. But he's put in the sapper squad. We also got a salvage team, recovery team, sapper squad there to deny the cap. So neither side is going to try and move that circle while 2 squads are in it.
No, they're just staring at each other through the smoke. Finally, they see each other and they have a pitched battle. But I think with that MG42 right there, oh no more smoke's being dropped.
What smoke was that actually? Who's dropped the smoke then? No, it was the smoke from the sapper squad.
Yep.
There you go. Oh, and he's using attack ground here with the flamethrower through the smoke to try and burn away that squad. And he keeps control of that fuel point. Nice play there.
Very good play. Meanwhile, the Soviets take control of the left, grabbing both the VP and also the fuel. Once again, VonIvan's on the back foot. Oh, but he's getting a Luke's.
Yep, Panzer II is out. That'll be more than capable of dealing with the quad mount.
Yep, we also have a Pacton being developed by BaoLiang. Most likely to target that half-track. And the Universal
Armor piercing rounds, maybe. Yes, here we go. Onto the Universal Carrier. Is he going to kill it? Oh, it does!
Yes, good shot.
Nice pop there, but the quad mount is coming around to get a flanking shot, and he might lose the Vet 1 machine gun. He does. Conscripts there ready to, or the infantry section there could just run over there and steal that. So that's a nice little win there. Shame to lose the machine gun so early on.
Especially so. But they have some units coming on in and backed up by a Panzer II. They've been pushed just outside their base with that quad mount just suppressing all the infantry that tries to engage.
Yeah.
But with his forces on right, VonIvan's taking this opportunity to push left.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, good teamwork, though, from Brosras to help out his British teammate Artavick and ensure a wipe of machine gun there. However, that has left the whole left-hand side completely vulnerable. Here comes the Panzer II. Spots the conscripts. Do those conscripts have 80 grenade snares? They do. They already have them available, so good anticipation there.
Yeah, it's about 10 minutes. Expect enemy armor around that time. Meanwhile, it's a pitched battle for mid. But with the quad mount and the British infantry, they should be able to out-damage those Volk squads even in heavy cover.
Yep, just about. Von needs to retreat that one-man Volk. He's not paying attention. A little bit slow there. We might see a rifle grenade over the head. We do see a rifle grenade going against the machine gun in mid. Solar machine gun. Oh, brings it very low. He might be able to steal this back here. You should be able to get the wipe here if the Volks, if the Grens actually fire accurately shots. No, they don't. The MG's going to get away with a whisker of health.
The quad mount will cover once again. Very lucky on that retreat. Very lucky. Meanwhile, we have a Cromwell being developed by Artavick. We have all the way up to tier 4 for Brosras.
Tier 4, yeah, has been constructed. So Brosras waiting on 20 more fuel to get himself a T-34 out.
Yes.
We do see a second pack in production as well for BaoLiang. So he expects maybe that Cromwell to come from the Brit player, Artavick, momentarily. Being very aggressive with this Panzer II, coming around the back here.
Trying to just go in and gizmo kill. Luckily, none of the British infantry have AT grenades, except for that sapper squad that's coming in right now.
Yep. Half-track also out from the Axis player BaoLiang, so he can reinforce his units on the field and heal them.
Yep. And Brosras is counterattacking on left once again. Not much to stop his advance, and that MG will be pushed back quite quickly. Although Panzer II is moving in to try to intercept, but we'll see how effectively he can do against those conscripts.
Oh, flamethrower half-track upgraded here, birding and good use of kiting. He's kiting away, making sure he's keeping max distance between himself and that sapper squad so he doesn't get snared. Now this flamethrower half-track can go to town on these infantry sections. He's going to be aggressive with this.
Artavick, realizing this, retreats most of his forces in the region. Good idea. Although the half-track seems to be giving chase, trying to get that squad.
But here comes a Cromwell. Needs to be careful here. Cromwell can two-shot the half-track here. He's going right into it. And that is going to be a dead half-track. Bit over an overextension there for BaoLiang. He's going to lose that half-track there. Oh,
no, misses.
This was a point-blank shot there. Very lucky for that half-track to survive.
Yeah, no, double packs though, moving on in. If the Cromwell tries to engage, it could be hit quite a number of times. Oh, that Grenadier squad got wiped! That's a loss for BaoLiang.
It's that. I think I didn't miss it. I saw it, but it's commented. But yeah, we just saw a Grenadier go down for BaoLiang on there. Cromwell's been hit twice, down to 50% health. We got the Ziz gun out for Brosras. Probably going to use the Ziz barrage here on that machine gun. Let's set up a kind of clump there. Here we go. Here comes the barrage now. Will it get a good barrage in? One shot goes in.
Nope. Second shot.
Ooh, second shot a bit better there, but still no model wipes. And I think that squad's going to get away just about.
Very low in health, though. The last shot definitely brought down.
Oh, what do we see here going down in the middle? We see a mortar pit being constructed here from Artavick. Not a bad play here, considering that he knows his opponent hasn't gone battle grouper, so no danger of being counter-leagued. So this is actually going to be really nice. This is going to cover both the middle VP and the right VP and the right fuel point. So this is a nice placement of this, and also he's put it behind the sight blocker, so his opponent's not going to get an easy angle on it.
No, absolutely, you're absolutely correct on that notion. Also, VonIvan bringing out his Puma, most likely an attempt to take out that Cromwell, at least keep himself competitive.
There's this gun barrage forcing back a Volk squad. T-34 being very bold here, pushing directly against this the Panzer II, but the Panzer II's reversed itself up against the this tree here, so it's going to be in a really bad spot trying to reverse.
Panzerfaust, but not able to pin the tank.
Oh, Stern Pilot gets wiped by the T-34. Painful loss there. We do see a Puma coming out. Half trick on the right is going to get 80 grade critted.
Cromwell moving on in on right. Panzer Grenadiers moving in, but no upgrades, so don't expect a Panzer Shrek from them anytime soon. Pack gun moving back up, but Cromwell's using expertly that building to make sure it can't be within line of sight of that pack, but keep itself in a good position to open fire on the enemy.
Okay, so this Puma's out, but we remember VonIvan's got access to heat rounds if he so chooses to activate them, which will allow him to penetrate and kill the T-34 quite quickly, actually. Conscript squad being a bit bold here, trying to go for the snare against the Panther II, but has to retreat because there's lots of Volks Grenadiers and a machine gun supporting them as well. Here comes the T-34. Needs to be careful. Puma's going to try to use attack ground here. He's got heat rounds activated as well, but the Zizgun returns fire, and the Puma can't give chase. And the Cromwell's also coming over here.
I believe the T-34 is using direct ground to fire through the bush.
Okay, here we go with the Puma. Puma, heat rounds.
Good shot, but same thing with the T-34 on the Puma.
Oh, both players trying to use attack ground here. Both Volk squads here getting suppressed. Half tracks come around and trying to give assist, but the Cromwell's there. There's double pack gun though.
Pack gun getting 2 good hits. Cromwell pulling back.
Oh, gets hit. Well, the Zizgun, the Zizgun I think just took out that half track. And just big losses here for the Axis generally here.
Now bringing artillery to push back both packs, getting great hits on both of them. Bring him down to half health. We have a strafing run inbound to suppress the Allied infantry. But with that half track, not going to happen. Immediately shoots down the plane.
Yep. Puma's fully repaired. I think he activated emergency repairs to get Puma back into fighting shape here. He wants to maybe push against the T-34 again, but the Zizgun is supporting fire, and it's just going to keep... Oh no, the Zizgun uncharacteristically misses one of its shots there, and the Puma might be bold here and try and dive for it. He is going to go for this. It's very risky. He might get rammed here. Oh, he misses one of his shots. Is he going to turn around and shoot in the rear? Oh, he needs to be careful. He needs to be so careful. The Puma's turret is fast. He's more mobile. The quad mount might get him. Is he going to get it? No.
Yeah. T-34 wins. What the?
Too greedy.
Meanwhile, the infantry comes on in, backed up by the Panzer II. Zizgun in position to try to push back that Panzer. So low on. Is he pushing the Panzer II?
Yeah, he wants to try and see if he can get the T-34 here. This is bold. It's been marked targeted, so this Panzer II needs to get rear armor shots here and penetrate, but I think the T-34 is just going to get one more shot in and easy clean it up. Again, VonIvan throwing away his units here carelessly, trying to get this T-34. Not paying off at all. And his reinforcements has easily been halted by the quad mount here, just suppressing everything.
No, you're absolutely right. Ugh. That's going to be a big loss, but he is getting himself another Puma.
We have arm piercing rounds on the quad. Should be alright.
Cromwell trying to make quick work of that MG. Try to push it back with additional conscripts moving in.
The MG is going to clump there. One more shot and it's down. He needs to retreat it. I think he's still going to lose it here. New Puma coming out. Heat rounds activated again, but the first round misses. And the machine gun gets wiped.
Misses second shot with that heat round. Meanwhile, smoke being called on right to try to push through that MG.
Katusha's firing onto the pack guns. One is decrewed by a good salvo there. On the right-hand side. Machine gun stolen as well, so both... How many machine guns? I think it's 2 stolen machine guns now for Artavick.
No, yeah, he's lost. Yep, Artavick has been definitely picked up quite a few. Meanwhile, the T-34 is going in. Puma lying on the wings. Could try to engage, but with the conscripts there, has to be very careful. Goes in, gets good hit. Meanwhile, Cromwell moving into mid, trying to push back those Volk squads. Backed up by an MG as well. Though Incendiary going right on the MG, pushing back Artavick's MG.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's enough. We do have a vehicle coming out for BaoLiang. Panzer 4. Just about to hit, is on the field. Hopefully that'll be able to claw back some map control with that.
No, yeah, if we look at overall VP points, the Axis are down significantly. They need to keep control of those VPs in order to keep themselves in the game.
Cromwell took 2 meaty rounds from that pack gun, down to about 50% health, needs repairs. Puma gets a nice shot in there, gets efficiency 1. About half health though. Not very accurate, these Puma shots this game, unfortunately, for VonIvan. A lot of these rounds are missing.
No, is he direct fire? Yeah, is he using attack ground at long range, trying to hit that? Oh no, he changes target, hits the half track with heat round.
Oh, might get the half track, 1 more round. Needed. Oh, incredibly low health there. Unlucky there not to get the kill on that. That's kind of the kill they need to come back slightly into this game.
Meanwhile, we have another T-34 moving on to the front. That Puma's gonna have to work out extra hard to try to fight both of them at the same time.
Panzer 4. It's gonna have its rear armor. It's been marked targeted as well by Brosras, and here comes the T-34. Panzer 4 in trouble. Pat guns are nowhere to be seen. He's gonna dive this Panzer 4 caught way out of position here. T-34 and Cromwell are not giving chase. Big missed opportunity there because the packs are in base. Maybe they didn't realize this. They've got plane going around overhead, so they should be able to see a little bit what's going on
now. Slowly but surely. Panzer 4 so low on health.
Oh,
good artillery knocks out the mortar.
Picked off. Yeah, on the retreat there. So we see for the Allies kind of primarily just focusing with like medium vehicles. Oh, Volk's about to go down, bet 3. T-34 needs 1 more shot. Misses.
You got another strafing run, but with that AA, it's going to be shot down pretty quick.
Again, Puma misses again. God damn. Whereas these T-34s don't seem to miss too often.
No, they seem to be right on point.
Oh, pack guns in good position. T-34 is quite out. Oh, but good use of smoke from Artavick to cover their retreat here. Very nice.
They're using attack ground. Get 1 more shot in.
Yeah, if that other shot had actually connected, that would be a dead T-34 most likely. So nice use of smoke, but also good use of attack ground there to try and see if we can get the wipe on the anti-tank gun. We do see a forward assembly going up in the middle here for Artavick, so both teams can Brosras and Artavick can reinforce from that position. Quite a nice central location as well.
Yes, no, throughout this entire game, we've seen great teamwork play by both Artavick and Brosras, so really good job on that.
The Volk in the middle almost going down over there, but managed to retreat in time. More smoke being planted down here, but doesn't mean anything because BaoLiang is, again, once more forced back to his base with most of his army, and it's looking really strong for the Allies.
Yeah, VonIvan was about to play a half track, but then he canceled it. I'm assuming he's trying to figure out what to do. Try to go for that armor, or try to just get himself another Puma.
He used mark target again on that Panzer 4, but this time I think that was not a good use of mark target because both players weren't ready to commit to try and dive that Panzer 4 there, and that's kind of a waste of 80 munitions. But we do see Artavick has also got enough resources to call on a crocodile, which is now on the field, and that's going to seal the nail in the coffin for BaoLiang and VonIvan for this match, I believe.
Yes, the Panzer IV itself is probably their best armored unit to fight that thing, and it itself would be then fighting a Cromwell and a double T-34. They need a lot more packs or Verkeitenwerfers or something just to take that sucker on.
Cheeky Cromwell trying to go on the far right, see if he might be able to do some damage to that Panzer IV, but pack guns are rotating over to deal with that.
Meanwhile, it looks like we have a small assault coming on left with multiple Volk squads, MG, and a Puma. But it looks like Brosras is ready and waiting for him.
Katusha rotating over to the left-hand side. It saw the blob of the Volk squad, so he might want to try and fire over there. Here it will. It's firing. Maybe on top of the machine gun, I'd imagine. Again,
right.
Zizgun in a really good position to stop that Puma from being aggressive against the T-34. Oh, it takes 2 nasty shots there. And then also the Volk's got barely getting back.
Meanwhile, T-34 destroys that cover. Pushes back the Volk squads. On the right, there's a major assault. Crocodile burning away the Grenadiers. Packs now being burned.
These packs are both... That's 4 pack rounds missing. That's unlucky there. And this big push from this Churchill is just going to completely annihilate BaoLiang on the right. 1 pack falls. One of his Grenadiers goes down as well.
At the bare minimum, the Cromwell has been pushed back and its main gun disabled. With the Crocodile right there.
Planes as well coming in, doing damage.
Another Panzer IV, another Puma being developed. Axis really trying to stay competitive. Although they're pushing on the the Crocodile.
Penetration shots here. So it might be coming. Here come the Sappers to try and assist. If they manage to get the Cromwell, it'd be nice. What do we have here coming down? Another marked target vehicle coming in. Just needs 1 penetration shot from the front. Will he get it?
No, so far not.
I think so. T-34 bounces, but just decides to go for the ram. Not going to be enough.
Crocodile makes it out, but unfortunately the Panzer IVs. Oh, wait.
Oh, and there goes the artillery field officer. He goes down. Didn't think he needed a ram there. I think it was a bit desperate ram there to try and make sure this church will survive. But
absolutely.
Throwing a gammon bomb. Will he get it? Oh,
he got it!
It's a gammon bomb. Well played by Artavick. Gammon bomb to get the reversing retreating Panzer IV there. Nice little play there. Gammon bomb.
Fortunately, BaoLiang's gamble did not pay off. He's down to 1 Grenadier and 1 Pioneer squad with a Panzer IV that has a main gun disabled. He needs to pull that back right now.
Yeah, but you know, from watching this game, it's clear to me that Brosras and Artavick are gelling very well as a team. They're both trying to help each other out. You know, T4 with 34C coming in to help with the ram, save. You know, his unit. He goes down another Panzer IV. But yeah, BaoLiang and VonIvan hardly ever coming to each other's aid. You know, BaoLiang's just struggling on his own, getting 2v1 over the right-hand side here. Maybe VonIvan isn't helping at all with his Pumas.
Yeah, maybe if the Puma came in with heat round, they could have knocked out that Crocodile. That would have been a decisive upset. Meanwhile, BaoLiang has nothing to stop that Cromwell from just harassing his base and taking out all the support equipment littered outside. And that's it.
And that's game. Gee, well played to Brosras and Artavick. Definitely the better team here. They definitely outplayed their opponents. Good use of medium vehicles. They didn't lose a single tank this game, I didn't think. Even keeping that quad mount, getting 27 kills. Really good unit there. It's a mobile suppression platform. You know, it could be arguably better than actually a T-70 with the fact that he has that suppression. So you don't need to go for a maximum if you can keep that alive, as well with the Zizgun support, so you kind of zone out a Puma trying to rush it. And with the conscripts as well, with the 80 grenades there, definitely not a Puma would not be able to get anywhere nearby. So yeah, very good and good teamwork as well. Again, I just want to say with Brosras and Artavick both helping each other out. Good, we saw that he Artavick put down some smoke there to try and cover his teammates T-34 as it reversed away over there. But yeah, not really seeing any kind of teamwork at all from our 2 Axis guys, BaoLiang and VonIvan, at the moment.
No, and that's the big thing. It's like teamwork makes the dream work, and honestly, that's what you need to win this game. And unfortunately, we never really saw Puma support or Panzer IV support on the other side. VonIvan was always doing his own thing, and unfortunately, that ended up. And same thing with BaoLiang. That ended up costing him the game.
So here we go. The game has started, and here we go.
All right. So in the north, once again, we have Artavick as the Wehrmacht and Brosras as the OKW. What do we have in the south?
In the south, obviously, we got BaoLiang on the bottom right-hand side. He's going to start with the conscript build, and also the conscript build will be with VonIvan as well. So they're both going to go, do their strong conscript build that they had success with yesterday. They absolutely dominated their opponents yesterday with this last build, and let's see if they can pull this off. I think they won yesterday with like 400 plus VPs when they went for this build last time. So let's see how this goes.
One counterpoint I will say is they can't do the air support by calling in SVT rifles. That was a big upset or main reason why that kind of worked out. So now they have to rely on 7-man squads.
Yes. So yeah, the conscripts are not going to be nearly as potent as what we watched yesterday because no SVTs this time. So however, once they get the 7-man squad, like you say, they will be a bit better. But maybe even with the 6-man cons they might be able to pull something off. Let's see. Here we go. So slow start here from Artavick. He's not rushing it down to grab the fuel point straight away.
No, but once again, we have Sturms trying to rush in to grab that fuel before probably hopping in that building. On the far right, Pioneers rushing in for the, possibly, nope, they're going for the building. Grenadiers on standby as well. Not too much going on immediately. Oh, now the Sturms are just hiding. I guess they're waiting for support.
Yeah, they just, they know that if they stay in the house, they can have a bad engagement. So, he might as well stay near the house because if the conscript pushes, the Sturms are going to win that engagement. So, he's holding his fuel by keeping them Sturms like that. So that's a good idea.
No, good play,
However,
good play. Always try to fight an engagement you can win.
Yeah, for sure. However, these Volks here, not going to do too well. Getting reinforced by another Volk squad, so they should be okay. Just about to be able to hold on to the point. Another Volk squad is going to come in here, so I wouldn't imagine he's going to lose his cutoff anytime soon, unless he moves away from it. He will.
Yeah, he's trying to stay in the fight, but it might be an engagement where... Yeah, even though oh my god, get out with the engineer squad. My god.
Yeah, engineer squad getting very low there. They should be safe. Don't think that cutoff's going to get taken. Here comes a Panzer Fusilier.
Interesting.
Stern Pioneer got pushed back because there was 2 conscripts moved in against the left-hand side, so the fuel point is going to fall into the hands of VonIvan on the left-hand side. Meanwhile, Pioneers pushing away combat engineers in the south side and the south right.
Yeah, since they haven't been able to really hold on to that point, right now the fuel and the other capture point are being cut off from their base. Again, super important for that cutoff stuff, so you can deny the enemy early fuel, which denies them early armor or early upgrades.
Mm-hmm. Oh, machine gun setting up there. Oh, he needs to stay in cover because he might be able to win that fight. The fact that he moved away and stopped firing on that machine gun, he's going to get suppressed it and lose that engagement. So a bit of a misplay there from BaoLiang. He could have been able to wipe the machine gun, I think, if he just maybe pushed out and focus fired it, but he didn't, and that machine gun managed to get the suppression off needed. Combat engineer is going to jump in the house, though, so these grenadiers are going to have a hard time trying to push this point.
What he may want to do is try to back up and use their, farthest range. Yep,
that would be definitely recommended. He's going to, he's still getting a little bit too close here with one of these grenadier squads, but he is trying to circle around, try and get behind the squad. But this combat engineer needs to be careful as well, because he's got a nasty retreat ahead of it if it has to go through those 2 grenadiers. Meanwhile, on the left side, conscripts having a decent engagement against some Panzer Fusiliers, but Stern Pioneer is flanking in from the north.
Oh, pushing one conscript squad back. Move to cover. But the other Volk squad there looks... Oh, no, more conscripts coming in from the south, now on the Volk squad.
Oh, combat engineer is going to go down here. Oh, BaoLiang loses his first squad there, and it's an expensive one. It was the flamethrower engineer, get picked off.
Meanwhile, rushes in, grabs that building before the Grenadiers can. It now can fire both on the Grenadiers, taking that fuel, and on the Grenadiers that are directly in front of him. Oh, just let him go in. It's literally hot potato with that building. Both Grenadiers and conscripts keep jumping in and out. And again, for those who don't know why they don't stay in it, there's only one window, so they can't optimally fire upon the enemy with their full force. They'll just be torn apart.
Good use of merging here with this combat engineer on the left-hand side near the middle. Allowed it to keep it in the fight so it could win the engagement. Oh, he just lost one man. Did you see what happened there? He laid a tripwire flare. Crawler crawled over it and also detonated onto the combat engineers. So one of the combat engineers actually died. So actually lost 10 munitions and a man from placing that mine there. That's why you should always try and kill the crawlers, guys, because the crawlers can detonate mines. So when I talk about crawlers, they're the guys that are already, basically, they're dead, but they're still alive a little bit and crawling around, and then they'll eventually die and then disappear. But, you always want to try and finish them off to stop them from blowing up your own mines or whatever, that kind of thing.
Yep, yeah, the Soviet player just put him out of its misery. There's a couple on the right-hand side. All right, now we have a lot of conscripts. We have a flamethrower engineer on standby as well. Grenadiers
Von's got himself a guard squad out on the left. Surprised we haven't seen Molotovs for BaoLiang. Would be quite nice against all these Grens. Force them out of cover. LMG upgrade.
Flamethrower getting in the building. Oh, there's a very low health Grenadier that's being actually blocked by the conscript.
Oh, nice play there. Nice blocking. Very nice blocking. He might get the pick. He might get the pick in here if he's very lucky. Oh, I think that's going to get away just... Unless those conscripts get some really nice shots in there. No, that's not going to happen, I'm afraid.
No.
Oh, he's going to put a demolition charge on the house here. No, he decides to bet against it because he's going to lose the house. And he wouldn't have been able to lay it in time. But still, those flamethrower engineers are going to do quite a bit of work in that house and keep burning these Axis squads. G43s on Panzer fuses in the center.
Yeah, and VonIvan has got himself some guard troops upgrade with DP, so he has some good long-range infantry right there. So
not a great idea to lay a tripwire flare under fire, because the sweeper's going to come along there and just sweep that straight away, unless Brosras is silly here and walks straight into it. He may do. Let's actually watch. I want to see if he will walk into this. No, he's going to walk around the side here.
Wouldn't it be the first time we've seen someone place a mine with the enemy seeing it and then they completely ignore it?
Yeah, that's true. Well, we do see him upgrade sweepers just now, so he did see that mine. I imagine he's going to come and sweep it.
Very nice. Yeah.
Oh, another engineer have the retreating past some pioneers. Quite low, but they should be able to get away. Oh, he's not going for the sweeper. He's not going to try and sweep it for some reason. He's going around the north side. So they notice that mine.
Has deployed a half-track. We have that coming up to the front. So far, nothing yet from VonIvan. And BaoLiang. They're both tier 2 still.
Yeah, no tick there yet. So maybe he can make some work with this half-track and make it make here.
With the MG, double Volks in his Sturm, I don't think that guard troop can hold on for too much longer. Especially if he tries to hide in the building. We can see, yep, here comes the incendiary. Burn him out. Right on the door, so if he tries to go out the front, it'll be very bad. Luckily, he goes out the back.
Yeah. Not going to be good there. Flak Optric's going to move up. There's no Ziz guns. This Flak Optric's going to have full control over the left-hand side. Not going to be good here for VonIvan as he tries to push back over the right-hand side. And there's a low-health machine gun on the right side. I'd imagine he might want to heal it with the Volk squad. Sorry, Grenadier squad could come over and spend 50 munitions to give it a heal. I'd probably do that. I wonder if he will do it.
Up, and now we're starting to see BaoLiang using Lend-Lease, bringing in that fuel. Actually, it looks like he's dropping it for VonIvan.
Oh. So maybe our first little bit of teamwork here. Yeah, he's dropping it for his teammate here. So T70. Oh, concentrating on it. On the right-hand side, very close to going down here. Rifle grenade also on a clumped-up Volk squad's getting very low as well. BaoLiang not doing too well over here.
No, Germans are pretty much dominating this industrial area now. He does have a flamethrower unit coming on in against that Grenadier. But outside, he's not without covering with that many Grenadier squads. I don't know how long that battle's going to last for.
Oh, Panzer Grenadiers queuing into this flamethrower engineer. Good. Maybe chase them back on retreat. The Panzer Grenadiers going back on themselves.
Oh, don't lose another one.
Oh. I think they probably could have got the wipe then if they decided to chase, but decided to go backwards and then forward a bit. So they lost the chance then to get the wipe, I think. So
yeah, but that would have been. Oh wait, we have a rifle grenade. No, he doesn't have the munitions for it.
Right, we do have tier 3 both going up for VonIvan and BaoLiang. They both have plenty of resources to make a T70 if they so choose. They need to have. I don't think they can stall to tier 4 because they are behind. They both have. Neither have fuel point control here. It's looking very sketchy at the moment for them.
No, definitely. And but that being said, Brosras and Artavick are not done, or like they're not ignoring that fact. We already see Brosras deploying a Raketenwerfer to make sure if they do deploy any type of armor, they're covered.
Yep, that's a good idea. Yeah, definitely. You know, even though they're ahead, it's always good to make a Raketenwerfer because you know it's around about the 8-10 minute mark. You expect light vehicles to be out, so you want to prepare for that. And they have done so by making themselves a Raketenwerfer. Brosras, Artavick hasn't got himself any AT himself yet.
No, again, another major battle. Conscripts on the full retreat. Just can't get into that and stick onto that point with the MG, Panzerfusiliers, and Grenadiers locking down the industrial complex over here. Although Conscripts trying to get in that building, maybe they can start putting pressure on the... Wait, no, they're going around the building. Maybe they can try to flank that MG. Yeah,
they'll try, but I think he's seen it. I think he's seen the flank coming. He's going to try and set up. Yeah. Still could flank in if he decides to oorah around the side, but decides to back away around the corner. Maybe a missed opportunity there. Flamethrower going to get inside the building over on the left, and then should be able to burn this. If the MG gets into this house, it's not great, because the flames can burn it, but the Panzer Grenadiers are there to assist, so that's a nice little support from that unit.
Yeah, we had a big push on left. VonIvan trying to get close to that half-track, but the half-track deployed smoke, backed up, and just waited for him. Though it did work, he did push the half-track out of his position, allowing him to capture both
nice
mid and...
flank from Von. 2 Volk squads coming in from the north, forcing back, you know, the machine gun was out of position there as well. He's going to set up and get in a good spot against that unit there. Also be able to see the flak half-track. PTS rifles deciding to fire onto the Rakettenwerfer.
No, I'm assuming trying to get a nice, trying to get a couple good shots in on it, try to have, and especially with them being in the building, that half-track is going to have to stay back. Those guards are incredibly potent versus light armor.
We have tier 3 out from Artavick. He's got enough resources to call on the Panzer IV if he decides to do so.
BaoLiang is deploying a T-70, first light armor. It looks like VonIvan might be trying to, while he goes for light armor, VonIvan might be going for a heavier variety.
Yeah, it's pretty risky if they both go for T-70 and then Panzer IVs start rolling out, they're in trouble. Yeah, Panzer IV is now in production, so this T-70 is not going to have much window of opportunity here. But yeah, BaoLiang is really struggling to make any kind of counterattack on the right-hand side.
Oh,
VonIvan did well.
BaoLiang still doesn't have AT grenades. If that Panzer IV pushes on him, he will have nothing to stop him. I don't see any mines as well.
Here comes the T-70. T-70 might be able to get a wipe here on the Gren squad. Knows comeback here. One of the Grenadiers is going to get Faust in. Efficiency 3 combat engineers are going to pull back.
Panzer Grenadiers, well, Grenadier squad very low on health. Another model's taken to that T-70, but still manages to get away. Conscript's going to advance in this sector. MG coming up to try to stop the advance. Meanwhile, on left, multiple Volk squads and Sturms pushing on the Conscript squad behind cover.
Needs to retreat. Von's not paying attention. Ooh, getting low.
It's very low.
Just alright. T-70 has been repaired. Both players, VonIvan and BaoLiang, have a lot of munitions in store in the bank for them, so they could definitely start laying down some mines to help them out here. But here comes that Panzer IV, and BaoLiang has no way of countering it at the moment. He needs... Here it goes. We might make a dive straight to that T-70, and here it goes. No snares. T-70 is going to be in trouble. But I don't think this Panzer IV is going to give chase because he's going to be a bit, careful with it.
I think he thinks that the nice kill on the conscripts. I think he thinks the conscripts have AT grenades, but that is not the case.
He's getting AT grenades now.
Better late than never. Half-track suppressing the conscripts. Panzer IV gets a nice shot in. 2 models as well. A lot of casualties being taken. Again, if you're in a battle you can't win, it's better just to pull back and then try to risk losing so many models. Especially when in this scenario. VonIvan did deploy a T-34 though. He has the 76mm coming on up.
So it's not over just yet. Don't know why the PTS rifles are focusing the Rakettenwerfer when they should be focusing the flat gun. I think that might be a bug. You know, the priority. Oh, grenade over the top. Nice dodge though from Brosras to avoid that nade.
T-70 once again going in on that Panzer IV, but Panzer IV quickly pushing it out. BaoLiang, probably in this scenario would need to get an AT gun. Not only is it good for armor, but great for holding back infantry units, and that's exactly what he's going to do.
Okay, Rakettenwerfer has been retreated back off the field, so that T-34 has got free reign of the left-hand side for the time being. Hopefully he tries to use it. But yeah, BaoLiang really struggling now. This Panzer IV's out. He's just got no answer to it at the moment. He's going to get himself a Ziz gun, but he's taking a lot of damage to it.
No, and that Panzer IV is being very smart, keeping himself distant away from the conscripts to prevent AT, but also getting some great hits in on the conscripts as well. Engineers quickly repairing the T-70, moving back up, but I don't know what it's going to do. Panzer IV being brisky, going in on the conscripts. Just outside the base. But luckily now BaoLiang does have an AT gun moving on in to try to counteract that. Oh, T-34 looks like it has engine damage somehow. Engineers quickly trying to get back up and running.
Yeah. Panzer IV might even go for the base here. Ziz guns are now out. Now that Panzer IV will not be so bold now on that right hand side. He's going to pull back, repair it. He has got himself another Pioneer squad, so repair this Panzer IV a lot faster.
No, definitely. And let's see, Artavick has upgraded to phase, tier 4. And we do have a Panzer headquarters out as well with Panzer authorization. So we could start seeing a lot more German armor coming out very soon.
I'd imagine he'd just save up for the Tiger. He just needs the resources for it, the fuel. 60 more fuel and he can call it on. That's not far away. When you've got 32 incoming fuel right now, he'll get it in 2 minutes. So that's not long to wait at all. Double rocket weapons opening up as well onto the only T-34 Von has. One shot away from death. Where's that Panzer IV at? Not there to come around and do the flank. Another grenade coming in on Volk Squad. Has noticed it as well. Good again. Good reaction time from Brosras to avoid these grenades. And that's another 30 munitions down the drain from Von. And now he has no munitions in the bank at all to utilize.
No, artillery and T-70 trying to dislodge and do push back the MG on right as he advances.
Nice rifle grenade.
Yeah, brought down the one model. Half track stopping the guard troops from coming around. Yeah, Panzer Slayer is up to vet 3 now. Very nice. Easily pushing back the guard troops with that armor support. Yep, Artavick is going up for tier 4. Getting the heavy Panzer Corps built. At this point, maybe an elephant. We shall see. But Brosras is literally a minute away from deploying that Tiger.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna hit the amount of manpower and the fuel almost around about the same time, which is gonna be quite nice.
No,
so good timing here.
A T-gun trying to hit that Panzer IV. The Panzer Grenadier is just pushing in on him. Throwing a bundle grenade. Could be big. Oh, 2 models down.
Quite a bit of damage, but not enough. Popped on recon mode to give the Zizgun sight onto that Panzer IV. But it's not looking good. Map control right now, if we look on the tactical map, clearly in favor of the Axis. Both fuels under control. Triple cap as well.
One quick side note. BaoLiang has 300 munitions. He easily can deploy more supply, and VonIvan just deployed another 76mm T-34. With that fuel, he probably could deploy an 85.
Yeah, maybe, but I'd probably want to get an SU-85 here, but because I'm going to be expecting big Axis armor. We do have now the OKW Tiger is now out.
T-34 coming in to help BaoLiang. Oh, Panzer is trying to get that Panzerfaust.
Rifle grenade going in on the Zizgun. Down to 2 men. Stuka bombs being planted on top of the Zizgun here. T-34 is going to make a dive here, but the
Tiger comes around.
Not going to happen. Oof. Zizgun does bite the dust as well. That house is very low for that machine gun. Needs to get out.
Armor, T-34 has been crippled with a Panzerfaust. It needs to get out of there.
T-70 goes down. MG in the house goes down.
Tiger knocks out the AT gun. That armor can't escape.
Tiger just going to bully everything now. Ooh, one T-34 takes down.
Get the one that can escape. The other one going
into the ram with a damaged engine. It's not going to happen.
The slowest ram.
And the Tiger laughs in the face of VonIvan. Oh, and a good Panzer weapon barrage on the engineers as well. This is pretty much GG here. Both T-34s down. Zizgun is wiped.
No, right now
only an MG lost.
Yeah, that's all the Allied armor completely gone. And honestly, the Tiger is still in really good shape after that battle. Yeah, Panzer IV trying to be a little risky, trying to push into that base, but this gun's covered.
Bit aggressive here. It's going to get another shot here. One more shot needed for it to die. We have conscripts here, both with AT grenades, so he might be able to get the connect. He'll be able to get the wipe here. Here they go. 1, 2. Panzer IV does go down. It's a bit ballsy there for Artavick. It kind of wastes his Panzer IV. But I still think, Axis have got this in the bag. No way they're going to lose this now.
It would have to be a mighty upset for that to be the case.
Yeah, this Tiger flak half trick needs to die. and then maybe a couple of infantry squads for the Axes, and then Allies might be able to make a comeback here, but it's not looking good. Bundle grenade on the Engineers.
Double flanker. So close.
Almost wipes their Bet3 Panzer Grenadier squad. Unlucky there. One-man con going down. Oh, he loves smoke on that conscript, so it actually covers that conscript retreating back. So
I think he was trying to hit the Zis gun. Although the Artavick stole the other one. Calling in artillery.
Counters this. This is barrage is going everywhere. Grenadier almost going down, but retreats in time.
Additional conscripts coming on in. Tiger tank trying to put an end to them. Grenadier squad knocking out both AT guns. Knocks out one. The other one's very low on health as well.
Yeah, this is game. This Tiger's just chewing away at this infantry. Got another Panzerwerfer barrage coming in, maybe on the Engineers. It's gonna be on the Guards over here, on the retreat path.
Oh, gets killed on the Grenadier.
Yeah, does pick up a Gren, but it's too little too late. It's just not enough.
No, right now Artavick has deployed a Brumbar.
Yeah, and a Brumbar as well. That's a good choice. You know, you're only up against tank at the moment, so Brumbar, and you know, is probably one of the best things. Like a Brumbar to Panzerwerfer is like literally the best to deal with someone who's just going Ziz guns, and you know, you'll see how effective the combo is. If I assume out of that we'll be able to use this combo very well.
Here comes a lot of AT. We have 3 AT guns moving on in against that Tiger. All of them pen. I'll give him that.
Pen, but he can just keep reversing and killing this infantry as it pushes against him.
No, you're right. He's going in, trying to oorah, trying to close that distance.
No, it's just futile.
Never give up. Never surrender. Even though they're probably
Bet3. Combat Engineers running back. Panzergren's focusing him down on retreat. Does get the wipe. Nice pick. Brumbar going to fire over the top here. Trying to attack ground onto the Ziz gun. Fortunately misses this time. Tiger is still going to keep pushing.
No, yeah, yeah. It's like I'm looking at BaoLiang's munitions again. I see so much potential with allied field drops coming in to help VonIvan gain Su-85, but instead we're just seeing a T-34.
More smoke planting down there. I guess he's using smoke for vision to see where the enemy is a weak. The Brumbar round coming in. Ziz gun's getting some decent shots in there against the Brumbar, forcing that back slightly. But the Tiger is now fully repaired. And again, just can keep picking away at this infantry from range and keep feeding. You know, it's almost going to get efficiency 2. 1 or 2 more shots, it will get that.
No, definitely.
Panzerwerfer barrage onto this blob of infantry on the left, but
they pull back most of them. Oh, conscript loses 2 models in that retreat.
So when I was speaking about like tips earlier, guys, with like only fighting win. Like this engagement with Von with the guard squad against the Tiger, why would you do that? It's like, you know, the guard squad is not gonna have any hope in hell and try and deal with that Tiger. So you're just losing men for no reason there. So they're not taking, you know, game's pretty much over. But
yeah, I think what he was trying to emulate was the Tom Hanks moment with the pistol against the Tiger. I think that's what he was trying to do. Hopefully waiting for that plane.
That classic scene from Saving Private Ryan. Oh, good Brumbar round over the top. Nails a blob of infantry there. Okay, looks like it's going to be the final push here. Ziz gun's going to try and push up a Tiger tank. Triple Ziz gun. Another Panzerwerfer coming out here. Probably going to be onto the Ziz guns. It is. One Ziz gun gets down, taken down. Smoke on the Ziz guns as well. So the Brumbar could just use attack ground and constantly bombard here. T-34 going to maybe make a play here against the Brumbar. Bounces one rounds. The Tiger's going to come here to assist. Ziz gun's going to turn and face the other way. Good positioning of the Ziz gun.
Oh, miss.
Oh, just about. Tiger misses just about, but still that T-34 is now behind enemy lines. And it's not going to be able to get away here. Tiger's going to hunt it down, I imagine.
Nope.
Unless the T-34 is going to try and hunt the Panzerwerfers. He probably will get the Panzerwerfers here. He's going to get one. Nice pick there.
That's a moral victory.
Artavick a little bit of sleep there. Not reversing his Panzerwerfers away, but, you know, again, not going to be enough here, I'm afraid.
No, absolutely not.
Look, good Panzer Grenadiers managing to wipe both Ziz. Move in and just finish off these guns if he wants to.
Another ram!
Oh,
Kenworth
I
for
pointed
kills
this
it,
ram
though.
in the rear there.
And
that's GG. Well played. Artavick Brosras, definitely the better team here. You know, definitely deserved to win. It's 2-0 to them, and they move into the finals. Do we have confirmation of the other bracket yet? I don't know. Is Kuriki there? But yeah, definitely. You know, that flat half track on the left-hand side dominated, stopped those conscripts from pushing over, so he never lost the fuel point. Good positioning as well, which is covering the flank route of this machine gun, so this machine gun can hold this fuel point as well, so it doesn't get flanked. You know, really good like picks from Artavick. Yeah, both come like all their like infantry and unit picks there. I totally agree with Panzer for Brumbar, Tiger Tank. No need to go for the elephant, especially your opponent hasn't got any armor, right? So there's no point going for that. And AT guns. I mean, 2 Raketenwerfers for Brosras. I think always having a little bit of AT is good. And then because Artavick stole his gun, he doesn't need to build himself a pack gun because he's stolen one. And I think like a Ziz gun is actually better than a pack because it can have that Ziz barrage artillery shot, so it can get rid of support weapons and stuff. But yeah, well played to Artavick Brosras. VonIvan BaoLiang tried the best, but wasn't enough. GG.
Yeah, it just wasn't enough. And honestly, like you mentioned earlier, where's the S-285? That could have really helped to keep back and allow the conscripts and guards some coverage, but that just never came to fruition. Hello everyone, before you guys go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Milam, Joey G240, Streakingwookie, Spartycus, Rifle, Pyroshark, Ollie, JrChicklis, Ion, Ace, Ranger 412, Jakub Oswy, and GTA. Thank you all for your amazing support, and thanks again to the patrons as well down below. It's been Greyshot17, and I'll see all of you next time.